Welcome back, folks, to Tales of Equestria One Shots. This is episode 15. I'm your host and DM, Lord Lucon, and go ahead, going from right to left. Oh, I need to switch that page over. Go over to where the party is, not where that boss fight is. Yeah, okay.
We can do it all over again.
I'm fairly confident that everybody knows who we are and everything else. So go ahead and tell the people who you are and what happened last episode. Starting with Flamian. Go ahead and tell us what happened last time and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, good afternoon, evening, day, night, or whatever time on YouTube you decided to watch this wonderful little video, dear viewers. You remember me, Flamian, of course. If you don't know who I am, please see previous episodes, preferably starting from 1. Currently playing Dusthoof, and last time we fought off against a rather nasty piece of work, the Shadow Serpent, also known as Jormungandr.
Yep.
And we managed to slay it.
Yep.
So now the world is going to fall apart.
Wow. Well, hi, I'm Dare Kitty. I'm playing not Dusthoof, Hoof and Mouth. That's my character, the Hippogriff. And then after we slayed the sea monster, we went and talked to Queen Noble below, and she offered us some prizes for saving Equestria. Athena?
Well, I am, as ever, playing Summer Breeze. And Kieran is finally, hopefully, in a position to get on home to their lovely little village in the mountains. It's been a long and interesting road, and of course it's not quite finished yet, but being fully prepared to face the final challenges will be helped greatly by a little bit of return to the beginning. So we'll see you all on the next, through this next part of the adventure. Should be fun.
Hello, I'm playing Goat. Or I am Goat. Yes, I'd like to play Goat, but that will have to come later. I am playing Gin the Griffin, and last time we successfully vanquished the Sea Serpent, or so we thought. So now we're going to see where this next step of the adventure brings us. Sounds like ebbing on the final boss.
Excellent. So we leave off with the party who has just came to Queen Nova, and they were discussing what their rewards and prizes are going to be. If you'd like to recap, go ahead.
Dusthoof wanted a one-way ticket back to Equestria, Ponyville.
Hoof and Mouth requested that the pearl, that Storm does not receive a copy of the Pearl of Change.
Summer decided to actually acquire their own Pearl of Change. Although apparently it's going to be a bit of a slow production process.
Yes.
And again, I'm still not quite sure what he would want.
Well, you can think about it at the party. Whoop whoop. Queen Novo, Princess Skystar, and General Seaspray all invite you to the party at the Harmony Heights. Is there anything that you'd like to do before heading towards the party?
Hmm.
You guys are currently underwater in your sea forms.
Right. Well, let's see. What have I always wanted to do under the sea?
Sing a corny Disney song.
Yeah, bobbing along on the bottom of the beautiful briny sea. Yeah, I guess we could do that.
Do we get a musical here of how you guys rock and despair sucks and how you guys reign supreme and
Well, you know, are awesome and stuff.
you guys are
But
pretty
that's what the
awesome.
party's for, so.
And that's why they're going to celebrate you. Is anybody doing anything underwater before we transfer over? Private discussions, talking to the general, talking to Princess Skystar, Queen Novo.
Well, I think I want to talk to the general. Obviously, there's still some things to be concerned about and see if we can get some more information on anything else that's happening.
General Sea Spray, who is currently receiving messages from his troops. He nods to you and says, yes, hero, what can I do for you?
Well, we've certainly made significant impact and succeeded today in preserving Equestria. There's still a larger sort of central threat, I think, out there that we should be aware of. Have you been getting any reports of further problems?
We have been blockaded by the serpents, so not to our knowledge.
Interesting. The serpents.
We weren't even aware that other places were under attack.
Yes, this is something of a worldwide problem. As far as we've been able to determine, it's certainly gone to my homelands, which is where I'll be heading next, and also to Equestria. So, do you think the serpents might have been affected then, or might be under the influence of some, force like this that would cause them to blockade you?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
What would come to mind would be either Discord or the Storm King, and both of those have been defeated and subdued.
Right. So, do you know perhaps why the serpents did this? Have they stated a reason?
The serpent would speak a different language, and we did not understand it. It would mutter stuff under its grotesque features and speak, but we never understood it.
Okay. Well, not going to understand it now, unfortunately.
Indeed. You've done a great service.
Yes. Well, if your scouts do come back with any interesting information about significant problems or related dark creatures, etc., if you could let us know, we'd be grateful.
Give me a luck roll. Let's see if the scouts manage to spot this. It would be a D100.
Oops, bad.
Yeah.
All right, let's try this again then.
It's not much better.
Better.
He says, no, everything's fine. Reports of the sea serpent's destruction. The seas have calmed themselves. Everything's fine.
Curses. All right, well, as I say, if anything does come up, while we're in the area, updates would be appreciated.
Everything's perfect.
Of course it is.
We're scared now.
Yeah. Oh well, party time.
This is a time to celebrate. This is time to celebrate. There's nothing wrong.
No, of course not.
He offers to escort you to the Harmonizing Heights.
Oh,
Okay.
can I ask Queen Novo if she has heard anything about a shadow lamprey?
You may. Do you ask her?
Yes, I do.
Let's see here. Does she have any bonuses? No, she doesn't. She says, "Are you sure it was a shadow lamprey?"
I'm not too sure, but that's what everyone else was saying. I kind of was like a little fuzzy and dying at the time.
She turns to Princess Sky Star and she's like nods and she's like, I didn't see it either. I was unconscious as well. She says, "Did anybody see it?"
Person
I
who
believe
saw
Storm did.
was Storm.
And what did he say?
He said that it was attached to the serpent,
Oh, that's
but
terrible.
it got away.
What sort of foul beast would attach itself to the world serpent?
Don't know. That's part of why we need to find it.
Probably a very foul beast.
I mean, it fell back into the ocean. It could be around here. We just don't know.
I assume that it fell apart. Just like the crabs did when you guys defeated it.
Not according to the reports that we have.
I need everybody to roll me in mind. Let's see if you guys can figure this out. Character-wise. I don't know if players have figured
Okay.
this out.
What?
Looking for a crit.
Hmm.
Okay? Yeah.
Wow.
Everything is perfect. It's
Everything
time
is
to
awesome.
party. Yeah. Party,
Oh boy.
party, party.
All right. I'll go to the party.
Okay. Does
Our rolls won't
anybody,
allow for it, you know.
does anybody do anything else?
Before we go to the party, could I do a pony sense on the lamprey?
What lamprey? There's no lamprey here.
Okay, then never mind.
Or is there?
Oh my god.
Dun, dun, dun.
Queen Novo turns her head and sucking on the side of her. No.
Like,
No,
when you say turn her head, is it like to the side or 360 degrees?
Yeah, 360 degrees. Why not? Let's go
Why
all
don't you
three of
go
those.
for
Yeah.
us? Let's observe.
I don't see. She turns her head 360. Anything.
I cast thee out, D devil.
Ah! So, that does not happen, to be clear.
Okay.
Do you guys ask any other questions? It appears that everything's fine. Everything's hunky-dory. Nobody's seen anything. Scouts went out, didn't see nothing. It seems like everything just disappeared as if it wasn't there. Yep. Everything's fine. Is it party time? Are you guys heading to the party? Are you guys talking to Storm? Are you guys what are you guys doing? Tell me what you guys are doing.
Well, I think we're partying. I mean, you know, stuff.
Okay, excellent. Is anybody doing anything else?
Nope. Kim's ready
Nope.
to party.
All right. We head over to the party. Whoop whoop. That's not party music. The Harmonizing Heights is a beautiful, scenic, craggy reef on the side of the mountain of Mount Eris. This is where stones, trees, birds, everything seems to gather and begin celebrating your victory over the darkness.
Excellent.
Let's go ahead and take that.
Sorry, I started thinking of the band The Darkness.
The darkness. At the peak of the ceremony, Queen Novo addresses the crowd and says, thanks to our brave victors, I have promised them a reward. Step forth, brave heroes, and claim your prizes. There is a bridge, of which, like, everyone can see them, and everyone's gathered around the edge. You see little tiny hippogriffs and hippogriffs flying in the air, and they're all, like, clapping in celebration. What do you do as Queen Novo gestures for you to cross the bridge?
Guess we'll cross it.
Okay.
I want to use pony sense on the bridge.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge. when we
Sure,
get
why not? Yes, go ahead and find out if the bridge is dangerous. Go ahead. Sure, why not? It could be.
Turns out the bridge is evil.
For the folks at home, she rolled a 2. So, like, super paranoid,
Okay.
right? This is clearly, could be, maybe, might not be a trap. She rolled a 2. They rolled a 2. As you see, Griff crosses the bridge holds tight as you cross. Paranoid players. Wonderful. It's a good place to be. Storm crosses it as well. Easily makes it across. Dustuff comes across. And everybody's making a celebration and clapping, right? Yay! Woohoo!
I can't move my character.
Oh, yeah. Your paranoia. That's a good question.
I fly across.
Okay, all right. You fly across, not taking the land route. What about you, Summer Breeze? How are you crossing?
I'm going to practice my teleporting.
Sure, why not? What could go wrong?
Absolutely none.
What if your tail ends up where your horn is?
I mean, it's possible.
Oh, no, you're fine. It's a little spotty, but, it's not bad. You easily make it
He
across.
rolls a 1.
He teleports someplace randomly, and I know exactly
I
where
would
to
be
put him.
like the fly or something.
Teleports into a rock.
I know exactly where to put him. Yes. You guys make it across the bridge, and you see like a whole row of Mount Eris, and you see the mer ponies or mer griffins, the merfolk, and the river clapping right as they are celebrating your success. Everyone has come out. Queen Novo says, "Come forth, dust, and claim your prize."
They can survive in fresh water? Interesting.
Thank you, ma'am.
Water. She says, "Here is a scroll of teleportation. You may return to Ponyville whenever you wish."
One quick word about that, Your Majesty.
Mm-hmm.
Can this scroll teleport more than one person?
Well, it opens a portal. A brief portal. It lasts for 1 minute.
Okay.
During this time, you may enter and exit as you feel free, as you need. And after 1 minute, it closes.
I salute you, my good queen, and I thank you for this gift. And with your permission, I would like to make my departure as soon as possible.
Of course. There's nothing that holds you here except for a good celebration.
Well, I might enjoy a bit of your festival goodies, snacks and eats. But then, with your permission, I would like to take Storm back to Equestria, where he belongs.
She says, "Of course, you may." She says, "Step forth, Storm, since you are spoken of next." He steps forward and she says, "I am sorry, Storm." And she gestures towards Hoof and Mouth.
Interesting.
Huff and Mouth, explain yourself. As like Storm's like has his hoof hold out, right? He's like, I'm ready for my prize.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't trust your motives, and so I requested that the Pearl of Change not be given to you.
He blinks in confusion, and he's like, why?
Because the Despair needed it for a ceremony, and I feel like you're still under his influence, even though you are helping us out, but I can't be a part of accidentally letting something that is so valuable to my culture be used for evil.
Roll me a charm. He doesn't seem pleased at this. He's like, why? Why would you do this?
Because because you've been taken over by despair, and we can't trust your motives.
He just shakes his head, and he's like, why? Seems like confused. He's like, well, I have to get the Pearl of Change.
Why do you need the Pearl of Change?
In order to defeat despair.
We already defeated despair.
He shakes his head now. He just sighs and like rubs his forehead, and he just shakes his head. He's like, I can't leave with you, Dust. I haven't completed my task here yet.
What exactly is your task here?
To obtain the Pearl of Change.
Okay. Nice and simple, Liz.
He's clearly frustrated at the current situation. That is when Queen Novo turns to Summer Breeze, and she says, it will take time for your creation to be formed. What is it that you asked for, Summer Breeze?
Well, I asked for the ability to shift shapes, much as your people do, and as you suggested, a Pearl of Change or something like is the way to accomplish this, so I shall be patient while it is forged.
Storm says this is unacceptable. He turns to Huffenmouth. He says, how do you know that he's not under the influence of despair? He wielded despair's sword. And yet you freely hand him the Pearl of Change?
Yes, because he didn't abandon us like you did. He's been with us the entire time. He's been helping us the entire time.
I was tracing after Grubber. So that's what you're talking about?
No.
Oh, so much grubber chasing.
Yeah.
We've done a lot of grubber chasing. Everyone's been chased after grubber.
I know. It's delicious. I chased after Grubber. That's like when we departed.
You've been gone for quite a while.
Because I learned the truth.
And what would the truth be?
He kind of like looks around and glances, right? And like everybody's like staring at the ceremony, right? And he's just like, he just shakes his head and he's like, I'm done with this. He begins to leave.
Intervening.
Sure. How are you doing this?
Grabbing him by the shoulder. You're not going anywhere. You're coming to Ponyville with us. With me.
I told you that I would go with you when my task is completed. It is
and
not.
I promised the school administration and Princess Twilight to bring you back alive.
It says, well, I can't go with you. I need the Pearl of Change. So
no, you don't need the Pearl of Change.
It's going to give me
I'm not
going to do it.
Can't we talk about this somewhere without prying eyes?
I mean, this is kind of a surprise, right? This is all a surprise to everybody. So, to be clear, Hoof and Mouth did not calm him down. He's actually really pissed right now, and he's about ready to leave. Currently, he's stopping because Dust Hoof put his hoof on his shoulder, right? I'm sure it's not aggressive, right? What is your intention here? Because he's about ready
I'm going to try one last time for the diplomatic approach.
Sure.
Listen here, Fairweather. You were never Storm, the destroyer of despair. You're Fairweather. An accident and a poor accidental fellow who was a victim of a rather bad scheme that went horribly wrong, who accidentally donned the cursed armor. Now you come with me back to Ponyville, where we can shed off that armor.
You know that's not how it works.
With the help, all items obey certain rules.
Indeed they do.
When we figure out those rules.
Is he fading in and out like anybody else?
Figure out those rules. But we must do so with minimal loss and minimal pain to us and our friends and allies.
That was interesting. Roll me a charm as you're attempting to persuade him.
Can I use three tokens of friendship?
You may.
I'm using 3 tokens of friendship.
Okay. I obtain 1 token of darkness.
Oh, I should have added mine.
He says, very well. I will go with you. But Summer Breeze has to promise that when the time comes, I get to use his Pearl of Transformation. That is the one condition.
I'm not going to have it anytime soon.
He says, I know. I have time.
Well, if you would just tell us what you're trying to do, like talk to us, we'd be happy to help you. But you just like took off and like, oh, I know the truth, and not telling us anything. So it's like, seriously, why should we help you?
He like looks around at the gathered crowd. That was clearly watching the ceremony, and it's clearly being interrupted. Also, Queen Novo's kind of like, please do indulge us. Yeah, what is the truth? He says that, what is it? He clearly, so yes, let's finish off this, right? Does Summer Breeze promise to give him the Pearl of Change when the time comes?
No, I can't make any promises about things I don't have sufficient understanding yet.
Okay. So you are refusing him?
Yes.
Okay. So in that case, once again, his status goes back to default, and he says that I'm sorry, Dusthoof, I can't go with you.
You made a promise to me.
And it's conditional. It is conditional. The reason that I came here was for the Pearl of Change.
Look, I'll be more than happy to get you one. First, when we have done that, and when we have Princess Twilight's, and preferably also the school's approval, then we will return here.
Once again, his default is, I mean, his objective is simple, right? That's what he needs. In order to leave this place, that's what is required. He turns to leave.
How can you leave the place without having it, though?
Right.
No, I mean, like, not even having it at the moment.
So, like, his goal, right? Why he's here. The whole reason why he's here was to obtain the Pearl of Change. He has requested it. It's been denied to him. So he's requested it from Summer Breeze. Summer Breeze has denied it to him as well. So, to be clear, all forces have told him no, right? So he's telling you guys no, right? So, to be clear, right? You are denying him. He is denying you. And he's about ready to leave.
Well, I thought that
and there is a compromise we can reach here. All sides need to be fully, provide full information on intentions, and I think we've come to some kind of
fine. Like, can we propose the idea of using or stepping away from the ceremony and talking in private if he would prefer?
So, to be clear, this is all arguing in front of the entire Hippogriff City, in front of the Queen, in front of the General, in front of the Princess. So everybody's like talking like, what is it that the Pearl of Change? What's it about the Pearl of Change? You hear like whispers and mumblings like, what's going on? Why does the ceremony stop? Right? People are like asking that. So once again, Storm.
I mean, Gin's offer still stands if Storm would like to step away so we can all talk about this in private.
Sure. Roll me a persuasion.
It still stands.
Yeah, roll me a persuasion. Okay. Yep.
Because Gin will also emphasize that clarity is needed before decisions like these. And he'll mention that you've been nothing but sketch since we got here. So.
Yeah.
Good. You have to beat an 8.
I do.
He says fine. Very well.
The best roll that I've gotten for Charm.
Is that a
I'm
crit?
so glad. Yes, it's a crit. It's my crit.
It's not a fail. Yeah, okay. He says very well.
This is my first time.
I need it to destroy despair.
How are you going to be
in
destroying
what way
despair?
does that happen?
He says very well, I'll tell you everything. In order for despair to be destroyed, he must have a physical presence, a physical body on this plane. Currently, right now, as it is, he is separated. He is a spiritual essence that infects us all. Without a form, he cannot be defeated. This will happen over and over and over again.
Oh, okay. So we just need to trap him in a body.
And I'm assuming that's what the Pearl of Change is for, right?
Why didn't you just tell us earlier? We could have helped you.
Because he glances around, right? And he says, Despair's spies are everywhere. And now that literally everyone knows, now he knows.
Said he offered in private.
Yeah.
Not out loud, in private. That's his own fault for talking about
it.
Yeah,
and we have been asking this same question for a while.
Yeah, you've been totally, you could have told us many a times. On the beach after we defeated all the despair people. There was no one around.
He just shakes his head. He's like, I'm done with you guys. He's about ready to leave once again.
Yes.
Okay, bye, Felicia.
Well,
Not so fast. Before you go, I want you to promise me something.
What is that? I have no reason to promise you anything. As a matter of fact, everything that I've done here has been for naught.
That may be still, but we may still have a way out of this in a manner that all of us end up with a happy smile on our faces.
I doubt.
I'm going to take my leave back to Equestria now. I'm going to go back to the School of Friendship. I'm going to go there, and I'm going to tell them that you are here, and I want your word that you will remain here, and you will not harm anyone while you're here.
So he promises you neither.
I look him dead deep in his eyes, and I look, Fairweather. You're never really the storm. You were just someone who was forced into that role.
I think you're forcing my hand once again.
That may be so, but I'm trying to force it in a good way. There are people far more capable than us to handle these things.
I think not.
Oh, I'd like to think there are far more powerful ponies and far more powerful entities that will be better suited to handle these tasks.
You think you will defeat despair? You will not.
But
I look
can
in-
you defeat despair if the Pearl of Change takes like forever to get done? What do we do in that time?
So he tells you that there's more than just the Pearl of Change, and he's already obtained one of the items.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to tell us what that is for brevity, but
You sure? You critically succeeded.
can he like whisper it in my ear?
Do you gesture for him
And
to
all
do
the
so?
information. Yeah, I gesture for him to like come close and just like whisper it to me, so that way he doesn't say it out loud.
He tells you. He comes and approaches you, and he tells you. He says that there are 4 things that are required to defeat despair.
Yep.
Not only does this return him to our plane, right, but that is the only way to defeat him. To defeat, right?
Right.
Let's see here. Give me a second.
Pearl of Change, Hope's Carcass, Bottle of Silences, and Grave of Darkness.
There you go. He repeats that.
Yeah, the master told me this when I was captive by him.
Strange that he would tell you his own destruction.
Yeah, I'm talky like that. He's an idiot.
But if he was so open to talking about it, what if that's not actually how you destroy him? He says as he whispers back. I don't think a villain would so willingly, openly talk about the way, like, I'm not going to say, hey, this is how you kill me, so you know.
Oh, wait, no, it wasn't that. It was Grubber who told me.
So to be clear, right? To be clear, just because his minions talk, right, doesn't mean that he talks.
Yeah,
Right.
I forgot who had told me.
Okay.
I mean, that's still Gen's light of thinking, like, what kind of villain, like, even though it's MLP, I know it's MLP out of character, it's still very weird for a villain to, like, openly say, this is my weak spot. Hit me here.
Give me a luck roll.
The villain
Goat. Give me
arrogance
a luck
streak,
roll,
you know?
right? Give me a luck
Okay.
roll. It's a D100.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, see if Storm tells you everything, because you did crit on this. No. That's all he says. To be clear, he wants to tell you more, but in the current ceremonial circumstances, he does not. And once again, he says, I do not promise that I will not harm these hippogriffs, and that, what is it? That I will remain here.
Okay.
That's what he tells Dust.
Well,
And once again, he turns to leave.
then please tell me where you're off to next.
If you wish to discuss more, meet me down on the beach. Away from prying eyes.
Fine.
I mean, we could have done this in the first place.
That's why I asked if you wanted to talk to anybody. That's why I asked. That's why I asked if you wanted to talk to anybody. You're like, no, we're not going to talk to him about this. We're just going to the party. Okay. So he departs. Storm departs. Queen Novo and the guests all seem a little shocked. Not surprised, but shocked at the sudden and abruption of one of their heroes simply being done with them, right? He just simply walks away.
Dusthoof leans towards Queen Noble. My apologies. He's that armor makes him do all kinds of nasty stuff. A victim of a curse.
She shrugs, and she says, maybe you should trust your friends more.
And, Your Majesty, there is actually something I would like to ask you.
Speak.
Do you have any access to, or rather, do you have a way of instantly contacting someone in Equestria? Mainland, that is.
Wasn't there like that cell line or shell line or whatever it was?
Hmm.
Yeah,
That was
Sally,
like- yeah.
Sally Shells runs it.
Yeah, there was. Yes, there's a shell service where you can make a shell call if you would like.
All right.
It's by the seashore.
It's by the seashore with Sally
Well-
shells.
I would like you to keep an eye out for Fairweather, also known by Storm. If he decides to leave, I would like you to alert Princess Twilight that
She
the mis-
gestures and says that he's leaving now.
Do you want to borrow my shell phone to make a call?
well, maybe.
Okay.
So to be
longer.
clear, right? To be clear, Storm is pissed. He is not going to be staying here at all. His objective has failed him, right? He's asked for your guys' help. He wants to probably talk to Gin, and that's it. Everybody else can go probably chase after a flying donut.
Ooh,
Ooh,
That
flying
sounds like
donut.
Well,
oh my God.
So to be clear, he's probably only sticking around because Jin critically succeeded. And that's the only
Well-
reason why he's here.
And if once Gin gets a chance, he'll definitely slip off to go try to talk to him.
Well, all eyes actually turn to Gin as they turn to you and say, what is it that you desire?
I've given it thought, and I do not desire anything. I feel like it's a sign of my good faith as a griffin to not ask for something or be given something.
I think this gets a round of applause. And because you have done so well, you obtain 3 tokens of friendship.
Yay! Oh, nice.
Yeah. They pat you on the back and congratulate you and say, you've risked your life and everything for our home. And you obtain 3 tokens of friendship.
I will add them in a second.
Yay.
The party continues. There's much celebration. There is pie, punch, juice, fish on a stick, if you
Yay.
so wish. What else? The birds are singing. The sun is out and bright and shiny. Everything is perfect.
Let's go get some fermented salmon juice.
Yummy.
I think Gin would definitely take a fish on a stick before he slips out.
I think there's like some like jousting, like some aerial jousting with the soldiers that are not hurt. You see a few of them that are out and about that have like patches on their heads and arms and stuff like that, but they all have a smile on their face as everybody celebrates this wonderful and excellent scene. What does everybody do?
Can I join the joust? That sounds fun.
You may.
Oh,
Yes.
Dusthoof takes the scroll and takes a look at everyone and nods to himself. Okay.
Okay.
I guess this is a good time to get out of here.
Excellent. You activate the scroll. The portal is open for 1 minute.
Yeah, and Dusthoof steps through it towards Ponyville.
Excellent. What happens then?
Dusthoof returns to the School of Friendship to alert the school administrative board to the current location of Fairweather and his endgame of the apparent resurrection and the slaughter of Despair, and names the 4 items that are needed.
And appreciation.
And I actually have my epilogue written for Dusthoof.
Excellent.
This is where I make my exit.
Okay. You may, if you like.
I'll send it to you via Discord.
Okay. Would you like me to read it out loud or no?
Maybe at the end of this session, please.
Okay. Sounds good. I shall. Or at least add it to the very end of the campaign, right?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. So, okay. Dusthoof departs.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay.
We turn
All right.
over to Hoofenmouth. What does Hoofenmouth do?
Hoofenmouth goes and grabs a fish on a stick and some, what's it called? Fermented salmon juice.
Excellent. It is delicious. The cooking of your home city.
Yes, fish.
Obtain fish sticks.
Neat.
Summer Breeze, what are you doing?
I'm going to go join that joust.
Excellent. High above the air, you see the griffins jousting, aerial jousting. How would you like to participate?
I'm going to ask if they can do it on foot.
Issue your challenge with a charm.
Okay. I don't know that I'm any good at it, but it should be fun.
They might not want to hurt the hero. Let's save their city.
I have no idea. We'll see here.
They say, yes, of course. Welcome, welcome. We will. We'll do it as the old pony way, shall we?
Yes, absolutely.
Let's see here. Who is the one that's going to challenge you? I think this is where we get the Karens, right? And the we get 2 parties. We get the Karens who are here cheering you on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we get the hippogriffs cheering on General Sea Spray.
Wow.
He will accept your challenge. I think we get an epic scene over the bridge, right, of the party.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, Queen Novo's like, yeah, go, go! We get the scene of the drawbridge, right? Naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can see it. You guys will stilt at each other. You guys will get 3 turns, and the objective is to knock whoever into the water, right? Are you ready to begin the joust?
Well, I believe so. Should be.
General Sea Spray charges you.
Okay. I will countercharge.
All right, well, that's not very good.
Oh, great.
Tell me how you crush him. Absolute total annihilation. Even with him using his talents to hold the joust, the lance aloft. Tell me how you knock him into the water. Kaploosh.
Well, as we're going toward each other, we're at a rapid charge, both galloping gallantly across the bridge. I shall step just a little sideways such that the lance will pass by, but use mine instead to go under the feet of the general and force him to trip over the side of the bridge.
It is a critical success. Everything you say happens. This gets a wild cheer from the Karen crowd as they, yeah, woohoo! All the Griffs are like, yeah, that was pretty damn good. I don't know how he could have avoided that. He splashes into the water and he turns into like a mer griffin, right? And then he like salutes you and he says, "Well done. I do submit to my better jouster."
Well, I shall bow and thank him for these kind words.
Yes, this was an amazing feat. I think you obtain like a award, right? A Griffin Jousting Award.
Oh, I thought there
First
were
place
two more.
trophy. Yeah, no. You it was best out of 3, and you literally critted him on the first try.
Well, sure, but doesn't he get 2 more tries?
No, he's done. You literally, your skill has surpassed him. That everybody's just like in awe, and nobody else would dare challenge the great hero.
All right then.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if if you had tied or done something like that, it would have been better. But everybody's just like, wow. Nobody's going to. I mean, so General Sea Spray is like one of their best healed combatants, and you just I wouldn't say humiliated him, but like
You just
beat
swamped
him
him.
so thoroughly that no other challenger would be like, yeah, I want to get dunked too. You obtain a first place jousting trophy.
Cool.
Well done. Okay, what about you, Jen? What are you doing? Thorough trouncing.
I guess during this moment of excitement and watching that, Gin would grab a fish stick and then start heading towards the beach.
Excellent. You head towards the beach.
Hey, Jen.
Again.
Jen.
He stops and turns to look.
If you're going to talk to Storm, I know you won't talk to me, but could you like say that I'm sorry, but I really just needed to put the, I didn't want to endanger the sea ponies anymore.
I can tell him that.
Thank you.
And with that, he takes off.
Excellent. You head over towards the beach. Let's see here. At the scene. Because this is a very important scene. Everybody gets to witness it, but isn't there. You see Storm staring out over the ocean. He turns and looks at you and he says, "What do you want?"
You had more that you wanted to talk about. I could see it.
Indeed.
Then let's talk here. All I want to do is understand.
Roll me a persuasion.
It's all I... Yeah, he says it's all I've ever tried to do since... Actually, I kind of wanted to spend the 3 friendship tokens I got to do it.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Is that what you're going to do? Are you want to spend the 3 tokens of friendship? Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it. Why not?
Excellent. He tells
It's
you
an important
everything.
scene.
He tells you everything. He says that my plan is this. I will become the new despair.
So, taking it upon yourself to lock it away, I assume?
That is correct.
That's a big sacrifice.
It'll be worth it for my friends.
And you essentially swear that this is what you're doing, right?
I am going to defeat despair, and I will take his place.
And that's why you don't want us doing it.
That is correct. Now you see why I couldn't tell everyone. They would try to stop me.
More than they already have, it seems.
You already know what they're capable of. They don't trust me, and I cannot blame them.
They keep mentioning something about your armor being cursed.
Indeed. If I wish to remove this armor, I would need but slay a single good creature.
And if you removed it, would your goal still remain the same?
No, I would be free.
So that's what the cursed armor does. It drives you to do this.
No. I do this on my own will.
So again, if the armor was removed, you would still act towards this goal, right?
No.
Oh. Then, that's a bit convoluted, but...
To be clear, it was a mistake to wear this armor. I'd hoped that it would protect me. Instead, I'll tell you what happened in that forest. I was chasing after Grubber. I was wanting to catch him and defeat him. I wanted to drop him from a high elevation, ending his life.
The classic way to do that.
Indeed. Almost a perfect crime. But I had stumbled upon something terrible. More terrible than myself. I stumbled upon despair. And he told me everything. He thought that I was his, but I kept my own mind. And so I worked against him in the Karen village. I worked against him here at Mount Eris in Equestria. My goal is to ultimately defeat him and take his place. A way to repent for my sins. Now you know everything, Jen. What will you do with this knowledge? Will you hinder me? Or will you help me?
And what you say is true. It is truly your motivation. You are not lying.
I wish to become despair.
And through using those items, I suppose that's how you will lock yourself away in a self-imposed prison?
Indeed.
And I'm sure you know it's kind of difficult for people to trust you, especially if they found that out. As you've seen.
Are you willing to trust me?
Let's see. As somebody who's been villainous before and has done terrible acts of my own, and in a way is trying to find a way to redeem himself as well, then I suppose I could.
How will you help me?
At most, I can... The one thing I've learned through all this friendship stuff is that usually by talking it out, it helps. If I could only just find some way to really convince them. Maybe I can. After all, Queen Nova said you should try to trust your friends more. And Fairweather, that's what I at least knew you as, right?
It's Storm now.
Stop dead naming him.
Storm, okay. Well, is this the Dust of Said a lot? I wasn't sure.
That is my old life. This is my new life.
I do have another question, though. Do you want to be free of that armor? Is that something you desire to do?
That is a good question.
It is. Because from how it was framed, it sounded like he didn't have much of a choice, but now again wants to know, is it his choice that if he wanted it removed, would he?
Oh, that's a good question. Selfishly, to be clear, selfishly, he doesn't want to wear the armor, right?
Yeah.
However, given the opportunity to not kill something, right? So if he could take off the armor by not killing a good creature, he would do so. The recording stopped? Nope, it crashed. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. So that is an excellent question in regards to that. I think this is left up to a dice roll. It'll probably be a luck roll on your part. So high, he wants it to be taken off. Low, he doesn't. So I could see him going either way with this, to be honest with you.
As could I, because he has motivations to both wear it and not wear it.
He could, yeah. I mean, to be free of this and to become normal again would be wonderful. But he knows the dangers involved, right?
Yeah.
The only reason why he can currently oppose Despair now, or even somewhat rival him, even though he doesn't rival him, is because of the armor. So either or.
And you want me to roll for that? Yeah.
Yeah, I want you to roll me a D100.
Uh-oh.
Low.
Low. Interesting. So he says, no, this is my task. This is my duty. I've accepted this a long time ago when I first put it on. I don it to protect my friends. I don it now to protect them even more.
Very well. I just wanted to know if it was truly yours. Your choice, since it kind of seemed like it wasn't. But felt like you should be asked first, at least.
This item is cursed. What you say is true. But I've learned to accept it.
And if that is what you wish to do, then I won't try to get it off of you.
I don't think you could.
You just said you're not a good person.
Well,
Nope.
I mean...
he just admitted to it that he wasn't.
Right.
He full on straight up admitted,
Just
yes,
said, yeah,
I've
I
done
wasn't a good
terrible
person
things
either, right?
in the past.
So,
Yeah.
don't think you could.
Yeah.
So even if a storm attacked and destroyed, again, it wouldn't help, right?
Nope, it wouldn't do anything. It was more of a joke, yeah.
Yeah.
At most I can try to do is perhaps try to help them see what you're doing. That's the only thing I can promise to try.
I want to say thank you for listening to me.
You're welcome. There's always another side to things. And that I know.
He nods. He says, even if you go and defeat Despair now, he will return. It is inevitable.
A never-ending cycle unless those items are obtained to lock him away for good.
Indeed.
I see. It is an interesting... it's a complicated thing. Like I said, the most I can do is at least promise I'll try to see if I can get them to see it from this side.
Do what you can. I've already made my choice.
Very well. And before I let you go, do whatever it is that you will do to, I guess, keep going on your own mission. Before I came down here.
You know what I'm after.
I know what you're after.
I'm sure that our paths will cross again.
But Hoof and Mouth wanted to let you know that they were sorry. That they were just looking out for their people. Which I understand from their perspective, too.
A selfish excuse.
Again, shrugs. Doesn't really know what to say to that, at least. He's not going to interject his personal opinion in that.
So, to be clear, from his point of view, from Storm's point of view, he fought, he defended this place, he asked for one simple thing. The one simple thing was taken away from him. So he's kind of pissed off at hippogriffs in general. I fought hard. I defended your place. You denied me what I wanted. F you guys.
And he's got a right to feel that way.
Yep.
He definitely does. Like, Gen won't tell him, no, you can't feel that way. Stop being... No.
Yeah.
Like, he's not going to say that. He understands that. He says in return, well, I saw Dusthoof leave, so our paths will cross again, but...
He says, I trust you, Jen. He then gets out on his items. He gives you a potion of silence. He says, if you can, keep these together.
Let me add a potion of silence. And what else?
And that's it.
Okay.
He says, I got that from the Karen village, which I defended. I need but 2 more.
Very well. I will do my best to keep them guarded and safe.
He says, do you know where the 2 others are?
In character, no. So he would say no.
Then my search continues.
Take care, Storm.
Farewell. Again. I think with that, he flaps his wings and begins heading towards the mainland of Equestria. He departs Equestria to unknown locations.
I think Genda's gonna stay on the beach for a little bit.
I think when they get the scene, right, of like realization, it's like the griffin like stares off into nothingness.
Yep.
What does Gen feel? Like what sensations?
Both understanding and conflict. Because Gen was started out as one of the definitely meaner griffins. To give you a little look into his backstory. Gen was not a nice person. He often harassed ponies to steal from them and steal their treasures with his own little ragtag group. that he had that eventually ditched him after he got struck by lightning. And it was through that lightning strike and through being helped by a Pegasus who was chasing, who, at least in his mind, had every reason to just let him die, helped him out. And since then, he's just tried to understand friendship because the Pegasus was there, but his own like little goons ditched him because they were scared for their own lives. So he can kind of understand the motivation of being looked at as a bad person and the bad guy in some things. But he also knows that the group doesn't have ill intentions either. Like, Hoof and Mouth doesn't have any ill intentions. Hoof and Mouth is trying to look out for, their people with their artifacts, part of their culture. He understands that. He also understands that with the stream of silence from the Kieran village, he puts 2 and 2 together because I think Summer Breeze has been talking about that before, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, very much.
Yeah. And that, he understands that these things are important to, their species culture. But he also understands that what Storm is doing would definitely make them even more on edge with Storm than before, and it's like a feeling of conflict. Like, he wants to be honest, he wants to tell them the truth, but he doesn't know how they're going to handle the truth, so he has to really think about how he's going to, like, what he's going to say when he comes back and forward from that point on. These are his current thoughts.
Excellent. You should roll me a mind as you stare off into the ocean.
Sure, let me get there.
I think this is where the audience sees, but not again, right?
Right.
Slithering in the shallows near Jen, and where Storm had left. We see like a black, inky tail slithering back into the ocean.
Huh.
That's when we get the party back together, right?
Well, I think we're still at the party, but sure.
Yeah. So tell me when does the party get back together?
Hey, Jen! We're trying to organize a fire versus sea versus water hoofball game. You want to watch?
Sure.
Fire versus water.
Yeah.
Versus hippogriffs.
Oh, okay.
So you head back towards the party? Excellent.
Yeah, at that
That's
point
fine.
he does.
Okay. Once again, there's a vast celebration. The cheering and hoof and ball. Everybody's playing. Everybody's goofing off. Everybody's having a good and joyous time. What are you guys doing? Don't forget we have the Karens still out and about cheering on our Karen friends. We still have the Griffs. We're very happy that you guys saved Mount Eris from the onslaught. And of course we have Queen Novo and the nobles, who has been thoroughly stopped. What do you guys do as you guys are returned to the party?
I'm going to get some food.
Excellent.
We need another
provide
Kieran for the hoofball game. It's 5-on-5.
That is true.
We're going to
So there's
play-
like a volleyball game session. Yep.
We're going to have a World Cup game.
You have a volleyball things. Tell me how you guys once again crush them, because they only have die 8s and die 6s. You guys easily foot stomp them in the volleyball tournament that is quickly made. Everybody sees that you guys quickly outpace them. Your skill level is that of capable of those of Twilight Sparkle and Luna and Celestia.
Good game, good game.
Everybody like kind of claps and like, wow, yeah, these guys are really, really impressive. Guys, hoof stomp them as well. What do you guys do now? Is there any deep conversations as Gen gets back?
Well, I'm going to ask Jen how it went.
How
It went.
Okay.
Maybe I shouldn't laugh, but that is pretty funny. It went. It was there.
Where did it go?
Like places, I guess. I did. Oh, I thought I deleted something. I freaked out. It's
Really cryptic.
I mean, I found things out for sure, but even if I told you, I'm not sure if you'd believe what he said.
Did you believe it?
Me personally, yeah.
No.
I didn't feel like he was lying when I spoke to him.
Interesting. Oh, okay.
I was surprised that I was even able to speak to him, but I heard him out. And it'll just have to be something talked about not around the party, I suppose. Like a good conversation between me, you, Hoof and Mouth, and maybe Dust Stuff when they get back, or we get back to them. I don't know. But overall, it's not party talk, if that makes sense.
Okay, so that's a good question. Are you guys going to find like a private area here at the party, or are you guys going to go back to Mount Arius? Where are you guys going to hold this conversation at?
Again, we'll leave that up to what y'all want to do.
So what is it that you all want to do?
Like, Genda's willing to at least talk about it, or at least about some of it, but it's got to be away from other people.
Okay, we'll discuss it later. We're going to have a long trip ahead of us soon anyhow.
Yeah, that sounds good, I guess.
So you guys head where? Where do you hold this private meeting at?
Oh, well, I thought we were going to finish the party first.
Is
Yeah,
there
that's
anything
why
else
Gen
that
said
you'd like
wait.
to do? Yeah, is there anything else that you'd like to do here at the party? Things seem to be calming down after the jousting, beach ball celebration, gifts handed out, the drama that unfolded. Are you guys doing anything else here before?
If the party's over, we're going to start heading for the Kieran
Okay.
village.
So are you gathering the Karen together?
Yes, let's do that.
Excellent. Shining Leaf, Rain Shine, Ivory Strike, and Aurora Weaving all seems to be ready. They nod to you. They're like, well, how are we going to get back?
Well, we can teleport or walk. Or perhaps take the boat, at least part of the way.
So what do you offer?
I'm giving them those options. They can choose.
That's a good question. Well, they would like to get back fast. They don't mind they don't mind stopping the hippogriffs in a showy flash of their leader. So they don't mind hanging out, but they would like to get back. Let's see here. They like to get back tomorrow.
Okay.
Once they settle down for a good nap, right?
Sure.
A lot of partying, but they're like, yeah, we're good. We're solid. We're not used to such loud, rambunctious hippogriffs flying in the sky. We're used to the canopy and quietness of our forests. This mountaintop is too celebration. Too much of a celebration. They're ready to head back.
Okay. Well, probably want to teleport to get there that fast.
Yeah.
Hey, Summer Breeze.
Yes.
What happens if you flame on and then I spit fermented salmon juice at you? Will it produce a huge fireball?
Don't think so. I'm not aware that salmon juice is that flammable.
It's
Fermented. It's
Fermented.
fermented, yeah.
Fermented? Well, maybe.
It's pretty much salmon wine.
Oh, well, I don't know. It depends on how high the alcohol content is then.
Aww. Just like all the other Kurans won't let me try either.
I mean, if you want to try it, we can just build a fire and throw salmon juice at it to see if it burns. I really don't think it'll get very far, though.
Never mind.
Again, chuckles at that.
More fun when it's a Kirin fire. Regular fire's boring.
Look, if you want to put some salmon juice over there, I'll throw a fireball at it and we'll see what happens.
Oh, never mind. You take all the fun out of everything.
I mean, you do have a strange approach to things in general.
Kirin burns for fun.
So, yeah. All right, anyway.
Don't forget, you guys can socially interact with each other as well. This isn't just, party NPCs. You guys can spit on each other or do whatever you guys want.
I do believe I'm trying to avoid being spat on right now.
So what is the party's plan and goal? The Karen are expecting you guys to take him back sooner rather than later.
Okay, well, whenever everybody's ready then.
They seem ready to go after the celebration is done and over with. Does anybody else have anything to do here at the Harmonizing Heights?
Nope.
Not that I can think of.
Excellent. What do you guys do?
I think Ginner's just waiting to see what everybody else wants to do. Or where we're gonna go next, in a sense, since it seems to be the big thing.
I don't really have anywhere to go. I'm pretty much all done with what I wanted to do, so I'll just follow you guys.
I think Sally Seashells comes running up to Huffenmouth, gives you a big hug, and says, "Well, are you going to stay?"
I don't know. I thought that my friends still need me to help them do the things and the stuff. I'm not sure.
What things? What stuff? There's a party going on here. You can stay here with us.
But I think that they might need my help some more. I mean, weren't we going somewhere else, guys, or doing things?
Yes, we're going to my village.
Oh yeah, we're going to go to the Karen village.
Okay. Why would you want to leave this place? This place is beautiful.
But I've not been that place. I've been here. I'd like to
Yeah.
see a place I haven't seen before. I've seen this place multiple times.
I guess it's the same old hat with you adventurers. Get bored for a little bit and then head out.
The world's too big just to stay in one place forever.
But they're seashells.
But what if the seashells over there are cooler looking?
They're not seashells, they're just freshwater shells.
That's true, but did you know the sea's bigger and there's other seas elsewhere?
Where?
Oh.
I don't know either. I think Sally gives you a necklace of seashells as a parting
Yay.
gift.
I got a shell necklace.
Anything else? I think the nobility comes to see you off as well. As they bow to you once again and say, "Thank you once again for saving our people. What will you do now?"
Try to sober up and bow back.
I think you stagger a little bit, but they seem to accept the stagger. It is a celebration after all.
We're going to be good. We appreciate all the warm reception and the food and good times, but we do have tasks that need to be taken care of in a timely fashion. So
I wish you good luck, strangers.
I'm sure we'll be back for a longer visit at some point. Thank you for your kind wishes. And I am going to go and prepare for long-range teleport, so this should be interesting.
Excellent. All right, tell me how this teleportation circle gathers around. Tell me how this happens. This is the first time that we've seen a mass teleportation.
Really?
Yeah, from this party.
Oh, okay.
What does your
Pretty.
what does your spell look like? You haven't mass teleported anybody.
Well,
No pressure, Summer Breeze.
no, of course not.
What does it look
Watch
like?
out for flies.
Watch out for cliffs.
So we get everybody in close
Over in this
together,
space. Okay. What happens?
turn them to face the console. The transporter operator begins to pull the little lever down and shimmy.
Do we get like a little...
Okay, so we get everybody together. The horn starts to glow. Everybody's surrounded by a little magical field and a color that is typical of summer's magic. And
What color
then
is that?
that's actually a good question. I don't know.
It's legit. That's a legitimate question right there.
I see what you were trying to do there. I called you out on it.
So I would guess it's sort of a orange color. That would work well. Anyway, so everybody has this kind of orangish glow around them. And then they are going to basically shimmer, and as they disappear into a bunch of stars and wink out, seemingly of existence, only to reappear at the outskirts of the Kirin village in a place that is well known to Summer, having been there many times, and is well known for not having a lot of obstacles in the way.
There is a DC. It's only one, but you still have to roll it.
It would be the time I get a 1.
It would be hilarious. Nah, you're good.
Ooh.
You succeed. Here's a good question. Are you using up the spell or upgrading your dice?
I thought I was just doing this because I learned the spell, because I've been practicing.
That's right. You used it up as your thing, right?
Yeah, I learned it so I could just kind of do it natively.
Right. Did that succeed?
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, you said that it did. I'm
What's
confused.
the rules to that? No teleportation has rules.
Oh, yes.
Did that succeed? I don't think it
I can
did.
go look if you want.
I'm looking at your... You rolled a 9. That might not have succeeded.
I can go look if you want.
Yeah,
I have
look
the
it up,
documents you sent me.
Look it up.
Tales of Equestria.
So to use the scroll was a DC of 1.
Right.
So you couldn't fail except for rolling a 1. But you're not using that. You're using your innate abilities, right?
Yes.
So, So you're using it just as a spell, like a normal spell.
Right.
What is the rules on that?
We have to look that up then.
Okay, teleport. You can teleport yourself short distances using your magic. Teleporting is difficult to control and can sometimes cause more problems than it solves. Teleporting yourself a few feet is difficulty 5, and every few feet after that adds an extra 1 to the difficulty.
Oh, shoot.
Failing a teleport test means that you teleport to somewhere you didn't intend, though it may still save you from trouble. You may want to upgrade the town to D6 before trying to teleport.
Delicious. Okay, so we didn't make it to the Kirin village.
So
Did we make it?
Whatever. I don't know
Delicious.
relative distance places is, but it's certainly feet.
So, you didn't use Twilight Sparkle's spell, right? So you were using that. Did you use its properties as an upgrade?
I don't think so. We're just rolling normally.
Okay.
Okay, whatever.
So there are multiple areas in which you can teleport to.
Well, I'm sure.
Give me a second here.
Oh, shit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35,
Oh, no.
36, 37, 38,
we get
39,
teleported
40,
above an active
41,
volcano.
42, 43. Roll me a die 43.
Wow.
D43.
What does a D43 even look
I
like?
don't know where you guys are going.
No one does, apparently. We were
Don't
so
roll
close.
a 20. Don't roll a 20.
No, we're rolling a 43.
No,
Soon as I
you're
figure out
telling
how
me
to
not
do
to
that.
roll a 20 on the 43.
I bet the 20 is
Nope.
the active volcano. Oh, we got
That's
an
a
80.
D100.
No. Roll.
It's a D100.
Figure out how to
Yeah,
make
yeah.
the thing do a 43.
So what you do is you type in
/R.
backslash. Yep. are 1d43. So like that.
3.
Don't roll a 20. A 5.
Okay.
He has 43 now.
Awesome.
You teleport to Paris.
You go see the dragon.
Nope. That is an option, by the way. That is an option, but no, you did not teleport there.
What? No.
No, you
Oh,
didn't go
no,
there either. No.
Oh,
Okay.
this is, wait, no.
There you go. This is where we land.
Wait, what? Where is this?
In the middle of
This
the
is her office.
Yes. You land in the principal's office. Roll me a luck roll. You'll see if Princess, or not Princess, but Starlight Glimmer is in her office when you pop in. That's a luck roll. Yep. 1d20. Or 1d100. 85. She's going to be in her office. How much you want to bet? So counter it. See if she's not in her office. That's hilarious. What is this shenanigans? Oh my god, what's the shenanigans? It's a roll off. Okay, all right.
Oh my god. What's the possibility of that?
What is the odds? That's 1 in 1,000 odds.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
1
these
in
things happen every day.
1,000 odds. Go play the lottery, man. Go play the lottery. 87. She is currently not in her office, as everyone suddenly teleports into her office, right? And I think this is kind of funny, right? That's when you see something very hilarious. You see little wooden figures attempting to jerry-rig a box.
Little wooden figures.
Hey, guys, what you up to?
They drop their what appears to be some sort of prying tinsel or a lock-picking device, and they drop it, and they kind of act nonchalantly, and they're like, they wave at you.
May I roll a pony sense, please?
You may. That's when you realize that these Umbrum are trying to break into Starlight Glimmer's treasure trove of items. Roll me an intelligence. You are aware that they are attempting to steal the Phoenix Tear. Roll me another intelligence. You're not sure why.
Summer.
You're not sure why. The pony figures something. I'm just acting all nonchalantly now. She's not in her office. The Umbrum are trying to break into her lockbox, of which she keeps her items. You're not quite sure why. They quickly drop the lockpick, but it's pretty obvious. What's going on here?
Sure.
Yeah, you're right, Fleming. It's Drake's Tears. Oh, shit. No! You're not here. Go away. you know why. See if they recognize it.
That's exactly where he went, though.
What's the odds of this?
1 in 43.
Indeed.
Oh, dear.
What do you think? So, out of character, what does the party think that they're going after?
The Drake's Tears.
Why?
I mean, probably because... Well, Hoffenmail still wants to get the Drake's Tear, probably for purposes related to earlier interests in the Drake and other related dark aspects in the woods.
Oh, I just wanted to get the Drake's Tears so I can get my cards back.
That's a good question. Are you going to help them out?
No.
No, because I don't want to break into. I would like to get them for legit means rather than break into a box.
See, one of the important rules of friendship is trust. And it would be just so horribly ironic if we broke the trust of the head mayor of the school of friendship.
Yeah, but what I kind of want to blame the Umbramites right now because they really just broke our trust, especially since I, vouched for their goodness, and here they're breaking into shit. I want to trounce them.
Yeah, we should ask them why they're doing this.
What's up, guys? What you doing?
They like nonchalantly, right? Like stick figures are just like. They start to like act like nothing's going on, right? And they like start crawling off the desk, right? And they start attempting to leave the area. Kind of like, we see you, you didn't see us, and you didn't see us, we didn't see you. That's what they gesture to you.
Are we going to stop them from leaving? Or?
Yeah, stop. I think we should stop them.
We are going to actually interfere with their exit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they're little toy ponies, right? They're little toy ponies. You easily obtain them. There's no roll or challenge for that. You easily grab all 8 of them, I believe. Or was it?
They were divided between the village that Dusthoof had made and then my hair.
You grab 7 figures. There are 7 figures of them.
Okay.
All 7 of them are here. I think they have learned simple Ponish, right? And I think they say,
They learn fast.
well, they've been tutored, and it's been a little while since you guys have been gone. So they know like simple stuff like, friend.
Yes, friend. Why are you not being good friend?
Help, friend, help.
Help, friend, how?
Help. They gesture towards the box.
No, bad.
Not friendly.
No.
No steal.
No steal. No takey. No touchy.
Take.
No take.
Friend, help, take. Friend, help, take.
No.
Take, help, friend.
No.
So they're learning basic Ponish, right? They kind of like, and they're like wooden like mouths, right? They kind of like say this, right? You kind of understand it, but not really.
Which friend help take?
What do you
How?
do? Help friend take.
Why help take?
Why? Which friend help take?
Come, take, follow, friend.
We follow friend, no take.
No take.
They shake their heads no. Take.
No.
They gesture once again to the box.
Why? What's going on?
They really want what's in the box.
Why take?
Take, show, friend, follow.
Yes. Take us to friend who wants take.
Take. And they gesture once again to the box.
Oh my god.
Are there any does the Starlight have any paper or anything in here? Do spare paper?
Yeah, they do. She has books, spare papers. She has a little library of stuff here.
Can they draw?
Yeah, that's what Gabe was about to do. Just get them some paper, maybe little crayons. So
Sure.
they're their size.
So these are only I think they're only 6 inches tall or something like that. They're really tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
They
why
can
crayons
hang
would
in
be
your
perfect.
hair. Right. They can hang in your hair and stuff like that. So they start drawing, right? They show a picture of what appears to be. Well, let me see if I can do well. It's rough. They show you a stone, right? And then they show you cave. And they show you tiger.
Stone, cave, tiger. Are you talking about Shadowfang?
I think they like nod, right? They're like, yes, yes, yes. Shadowfang.
What's up? What's going on with Shadowfang? Did Shadowfang fall into the well?
They gesture once again to the box.
Shadowfang fell into the box.
Take, follow, friend, Shadowfang, yes, box.
So maybe we should talk to Starlight?
Yeah.
I think they shake their heads no. No. No.
Why? No, talk to Starlight.
See here, how would they describe this? I think they draw like a meanie face. A meanie face of Starlight Glimmer, right? They show like a grumpy face of Starlight Glimmer. See how good it is. See how good this. I mean, it's a meanie face with like her colors, right? It's not artistic at all.
I'm thinking of the drawings that the girl from Bleach does.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
thinking of the one drawing that like
reference.
SpongeBob does, or not SpongeBob, but Patrick does, and then it shows Mrs. Puff. Do I really look like this? The visual gag of her looking exactly like the drawing.
So I think like everything else looks like crap, but they didn't critically succeed. It looks like crap too. So even like Starlight Glimmer looks like a child draw, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're
so
trying
once
their
again, they
best
show that.
with
Yeah.
their tiny little bodies.
It's enough to like get like a facial feature expression, right?
Yeah. Okay, this picture is a keeper, and we're going to put that on the fridge.
They shake their heads. No. No. They don't want to see. They don't want Starlight Glimmer to see it.
Oh, but it's funny.
It is funny, but probably not to her.
So Starlight has been mean to you?
They shake their heads. No.
They probably just don't want to. They probably just don't want her to know what they're doing.
They shake their heads towards the meanie picture.
She'll be angry with what you're doing?
Probably.
Yes.
Well, yeah, of course. You're breaking into her shit. I mean, her stuff. Sorry,
Starlight
audience.
generally is not on board with theft.
Most people aren't on board with theft. Yes, that is very true. To be clear, right. So they're asking you for your help. So they're saying help.
Will help. I was just going to ask him. So
Help
that thing is
cave.
what gets him out?
So I don't. You're not quite sure.
Can I roll a pony sense, please?
Sure.
Oh, that explains a lot, actually.
You are in no current danger.
Yeah, I was trying to get more of a idea of what they were trying to convey.
They're not conveying danger to you.
Okay.
So yeah, they're not trying to put you guys in any harm's way. Instead,
Okay.
they're trying to express like help, friend, come, cave, tiger.
Probably
Yes.
means Shadowfang.
Tiger? Well, we figured that they were talking about Shadowfang.
Remember, these are crude drawings. These are very crude drawings. I only rolled a 2. So this is
They
like
did their
basic caveman
best.
stuff. Yeah.
It's the only cat-like creature we know.
So maybe we should go talk to Shadowfang?
That's racist.
Well, we can't. Shadowfang's in a jar that was destroyed.
Oh, then how does this solve that problem?
They gesture once again towards the box.
Because Phoenix, Fire Drake's tears can be used to resurrect things.
Uh-huh. Okay, so that probably explains what this is all about, and may
Are you
well explain who's behind it.
Are you saying that if we take the fire drake's tears to a cave, we can resurrect them?
Just see if they understand you. They're kind of like shrug.
Slightly confused there.
Yeah, it's they didn't correctly succeed, right? So they're kind of like, meh,
Maybe? I don't know. What's a cave?
shrug.
Rock.
For those who don't remember what Drake's Tears do, please reread them. That might be another reason why they shrug.
Could destroy the world, too.
Where's that thing on Drake's Tears?
Dragon
It should be in...
Jukes.
what is it? Advanced Potions.
Oh, yeah. Duh.
Yeah. Advanced Potions and Ingredients.
Oh, yeah. It can regenerate, or it can, like, obliterate.
Yes.
So if we take the Drake's Tears to the cave, we can destroy Shadowfang?
Is Shadowfang still a threat?
Shadowfang was my friend, so not to me.
Well, then why would we destroy it? I'm confused.
Because Shadowfang was trapped with despair.
Right.
I don't know. But I don't want. But as cool as it would be to resurrect Shadowfang, I don't want to destroy Shadowfang.
Once again, the little figures shrug.
Oh my god!
They don't understand you. They don't
I know.
understand you.
Could I like try to take a piece of paper, try to convey something to them?
Sure, you may, yes.
Please.
Okay, hang
Not
on.
anywhere else.
Come on. Okay, hang on. Give me a minute. Out of character. I'm gonna do something. So just give me a minute.
No.
It's kind of hilarious. So this was all supposed to be done off screen. Like, you guys weren't supposed to find out this plot, but it is kind of hilarious that this did happen.
I mean, that's funny to me anyway.
Hey,
We found out a
Oh.
secret plot through teleportation.
Yeah.
Breeze, you know how we were going to directly go to the Kieran village? Looks like we found another plot hook.
Yeah, I might have some explaining to do to the other Kieran, actually.
Yeah, they look confused. I'm like, okay, well, okay, we're here. Everybody's safe. We stopped the robbery. Let's go home.
Oh yeah, we're having this entire conversation with Umber
Right.
about a box and the other forest.
Yeah, they're just like staring at you like, what? Are they crazy? Are they nuts? Like, what's going on here? You're talking to
remember
little
what
little
the-
puppets?
I don't
Hi.
remember what the Drake's tears look like.
Well, she's
But you'll
doing-
just have to bear with me.
While he's doing that, let me explain to you. These little guys are shadow creatures called Umbermites that we freed, but they can't exist without the little wooden bodies that were made by Dusthoof. So they're kind of living here, but apparently they've learned Ponish, and you're just ignoring what I'm saying and walking away.
If they're Umberites, then they should be destroyed.
But they're friendly Umbermites.
I don't
Except
think
the fact
so.
that
They're literally robbing your teacher.
Okay, they were.
They are not friendly
Umbermites.
Umberites. We should probably destroy them.
That's,
That's what
considering,
Rain
but we're
Shine
trying to find
says.
out because they might know where my.
She
other
rolled a
friend
natural
is.
1. Yeah, she rolled a natural 1. As soon as you said
Give me a
Umberites,
second. Screenshot,
I think she like
son.
turns to Summer Breeze and says, we should probably destroy them. Whatever they're plotting, it's probably not something good.
God.
Well, clearly not, but part of this idea of the School of Friendship is to help those who are misguided in their actions to become a little bit friendlier, a little bit more capable, and dealing with others in a way that makes sense. So we're trying to help them learn.
It's
Friendship
loading.
is
It's
breaking
loading.
into your professor's stuff and stealing stuff?
Come on, load, darn you.
Well, you should hear
We
some of
did
the
it.
stories of what the leaders of this place have. One of the people who was a former teacher here at the School of Friendship, for instance, once broke into and destroyed an entire factory of snow. The head mayor herself once attempted to destroy the entire timeline. It's a place full of people who have checkered pasts, and even when they're trying to do something like this, which is clearly not the ideal choice, we are taught, and we learned from Twilight herself, that you should try and bring them back to a more correct path.
So roll me a persuasion, as they seem unconvinced. They're looking at the Umberites, right? Who they have been fighting for a while. Okay, and then that's a D12. We will look to you for guidance on this. We are not familiar with this. Is this something that happens often in the School of Friendship? They seem confused, but they seem to grant you the benefit of the doubt, right? So to be clear, they're against this entire idea, right? They want to go home. They don't want to get involved in petty theft. And they're kind of like looking at you like, what are we doing here, Summer Breeze?
Well, things did not go quite as planned, but this may prove to be a fortuitous event anyhow. But yeah, for the moment, we're going to have to deal with the situation. And yes, the School of Friendship often has strange things happening, but it's also a place where the world gets saved periodically. So what comes out of here is usually worth paying attention to.
I think that's when they're like, yes, save world. That's when the Umberites say that. Yes, save world.
I drew what Gin would try to convey to them. It's in the chat.
I haven't received a message.
It's in the general chat.
Just typing, which is,
I'm trying to convey it into emoji right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's on the Sunday
Discord.
group chat.
Okay, I assume you guys are on Discord.
Yeah, it's on Discord.
There it is.
It's in the Sunday group chat.
Okay.
And I just put it into the regular chat what she wrote.
Okay.
Or what he wrote.
So Birdie, Upset, Tiger, Star, or
Dragon
Drake, Tear
equals Tiger Dead. So the sparkles were supposed to be life.
Okay, let's see if they understand this. They kind of like shrug. I think they give you like the 50-50 and right?
Like the maybe he lives, maybe
he dies. Yeah, I don't know.
You said save world, right?
They nod.
Save world.
Save friend.
Save friend. Wow, you got that in there fast. Nicely done.
How did you guys find that out?
Yeah. Did you decide you were going to do this, or did someone else put you up to it?
Let's see here. Let's see if they understood that. They say school put us up to it.
So you learned in school that how to save the world.
Yeah. They say school. School
taught me how to save the world.
School.
The School of Friendship taught them how to save the world. Oh my god.
Or at least someone got their education's worth here.
I mean, they've been under tutorial, right, from the School of Friendship, right?
Yeah.
And they see something that's wrong, right? They're going to try to fix it.
Because that's what friends should do.
Yes, that's what friendship does.
They skip the lesson on friends don't break into the teacher's office.
Well, we'll just skip that part. That inconvenience.
Artifacts.
We'll just skip that inconvenience.
Ethics.
Ah,
So what are we gonna do? Are we gonna help them or not?
So that's a good question. What is the party doing? I think you guys got a good concept of what their intention and goals are.
Yes.
Right.
They're
The question
trying
is,
to do good.
what are you guys going to do?
Mm-hmm.
So to be clear, they weren't expecting you guys to pop out of anywhere.
Thin
and
air.
end up here. Yeah,
No
literally.
one was expecting us.
Okay,
Yeah.
where were we? You know, it was full Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah.
No one expects the Kieran Inquisition. That's all the
I
Kieran
think,
here.
yeah. I think they point at you and like, what are you doing here? Yeah, exactly.
Two Spider-Men pounding at each other.
Yeah.
Nobody expects the Kieran.
Yeah,
So what
there's
does the
that.
party do?
Uh,
To save the world.
I really want to see if we can talk Starlight into this.
Yeah,
I-
we probably. I kind of want to put an IOU inside the box.
Not quite what I had in mind. I'm not sure how we would replace it anyway. The reason they're in here breaking and entering, trying to get the Drakesteer, is that they're ridiculously hard to obtain.
Yes, I agree with that.
I think you've already received Twilight Glimmer's reply. You guys have asked for it before.
She said no.
said the exact same thing. So to be clear, you probably know what to expect from Starlight Glimmer.
Twilight Glimmer.
I mean, they're
Twilight
kind
Glimmer.
of the same, right? Just different hair models.
Starlight Sparkle.
Yep. Starlight Glimmer. Starlight
Is
Glimmer.
that their new ship name?
Was it Glimmer Sparkle or
Yes.
whatever it is? I don't know.
I always thought Starlight and Trixie would hook up.
I don't know. So once again, what is the party's decision as they are trying to break in? Well, not now, right? You interrupted that. They're trying to sneak out, right? They're trying to sneak out.
Right.
Well, also we have to whatever we decide. The Queen of the Kieran is in the room with us.
Yeah. But so far, she's convinced. She says, well, let's just see where this goes. She's leaving it to the clan leader, Summer Breeze, to make some decisions around here. She's kind of like, I just kind of got teleported in a place I have no idea, but these people seem to know what's going on.
Geez, next time I guess I have to roll a natural 20 to actually choose where we go.
I think you know that.
No, you
was
just don't. No,
for
you
sure.
don't want to roll 20.
No. On the D20 or die 43, you don't want to roll a D20 because something bad's happening there.
Oh no. This is how we die.
Yeah, let's
We
not do
teleport into lava directly and we all just become...
That is
Nothing.
not a possibility.
We wanted
All right.
to.
So now I guess we have the difficult decision. Do we try and get the appropriate people in to have a conversation, or do we just continue in this little act of grand larceny and see if we can save the world?
What does the party do?
Well, hasn't the party been, this entire time doing a grand larceny to save the world?
No. No, I haven't really noticed a lot of theft going on.
I know
Go back
there's
to
a lot of
episode
role breaking
1.
going on to save the world.
Yeah, go back to episode 1.
I was not here for episode 1.
That is
That
true.
is true.
So I was not involved in whatever shenanigans you were up to.
Besides, y'all still need to talk to Gin about what he found.
Oh yeah, again, what did you find?
No, not
wait.
in front of people.
Not in front of you.
everything in front of the Kieran.
Or I'll make the Umber Mites pry you open like they were trying to pry open this box.
I just imagine them like the little lockpick tools just like trying to poke into Jin's flesh and it doesn't do anything.
I'm thinking of like a nail file is what they were trying to use to J-rig it open.
Actually, yes, this is an important question. What were they using? We need to know now.
A paperclip. Let's just go with a paperclip. That's manageable. You are using a paperclip.
Well, that was good.
Yep.
Just trying to like pry get open with a little paperclip. They can't even do it.
They now menacingly
just
approach
funny.
in with a paper clip.
Oh, so cute.
They're threatening,
So
but cute.
I honestly think
So-
Gid would want to help them. But
So what's the party vote? Let's come down to a party vote. What does the party
Do we
want to
think
do?
that the thing is magically protected in addition to the lock?
So you've seen Starlight Glamour put the box away. She put no magic on it.
Can't we just take the box with us?
That's very true too. Who knows what's in
Interesting.
it? Just take
Oh.
everything.
We didn't
Everything.
open it. We did not invade your privacy. We just put
Yeah,
it
while we're at it, maybe we go through all the other stuff in here and see what.
we just took the box. We didn't open it. That's not.
The logic is.
We did not invade your privacy. We just took it with us. And if it ended up,
One of these days, Starlight's just going to open the door and wander in on us.
I mean,
Oh.
actually, that's kind of funny if that just happens right now.
What are y'all doing here? I don't know. Hurry.
Why is the whole Karen village here? Yeah.
Why
We were
are all the
having,
Karen here?
Magical mistakes, yes.
Flash mob in the principal's office.
Everyone get out! Damn kids! Crazy kids. Yeah. So what are you guys doing? What are you guys
Are we
doing?
gonna help them?
All right. Well, we're gonna help them. We're gonna help them be better people. We're gonna go and we're gonna somehow convince Starlight or somebody.
Why can't we just talk to the janitor and get the janitor to say yes if that's all you need?
If that was all we needed, yes.
It sounds like you just need to talk to someone that says yes to give you good conscience on this.
What does the party decide?
Make sure that we succeed here, and are not unnecessarily pissing off our friends and allies.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
But we should totally leave out the part when telling Starlight Glimmer that this whole idea came about by finding the Ubermites trying to break into her little box.
Yeah, don't rat them out. That's not a cool thing to do.
The Ubermites told us that we need the Drake's Tears to save the world.
So
That
what
works.
we need to do is just go get the Drake's Tears, preferably through proper channels. That's all. We don't need to incriminate anyone.
Okay. But she's going to ask us why.
Yeah, and we need to have an answer.
We
To save
found
the
out
world.
about it from
Art.
the Hippogriff village.
Yes. That's
do
not
that.
a lie.
Okay, sure.
Anonymous sources have told us that we need the Drake's Tears to save the world.
And given what we just did, saving the world, I think we're in a pretty good position to make that claim.
We don't rat our snitches, our informant.
Very well, let's go find Starlight.
Okay.
Or
So
whoever
are
else.
you guys going to wait for her to show up at her office, or what
I
are
mean,
you guys
I
doing?
mean, we can totally like sit in
Door.
her, sit in
There's
her
a door
chair
here.
and
Okay,
like
alright.
do the
Are you guys
whole-
going to go get her? Okay.
Oh, that's
we
interesting.
could totally just like sit on the chair, and when she comes in, she's like, "Oh, well, where were you?"
I'll
Well, we're
afford to-
having obviously we're doing a student tour right now of the Kirans, trying to introduce them to the school.
So give me a luck roll to see if she is here in the School of Friendship. See if she's even here. It's probably very likely.
So anyway,
Rolling for luck.
Roll me a
Yes.
D100, somebody. See if she's here. Have to beat a 15. Oh yeah, crushed it.
Summer
I
breeze,
think-
yes.
I think like as you like open the door and like shut it behind you, like starlight glimmers like walking down the hallway towards her office. She doesn't notice you, right, as she's like eating a donut and like reading a book. And she like glances up and sees you and she says, "Oh, hi. Why is there a bunch of people at my front desk?" She's like, "What you guys doing here?"
well, my village has come to visit, and we thought it would be nice to take them to the school, of course, where I've been getting some additional education. And it would be wonderful for them to meet with the head mayor, of course.
Of course, yes. Come inside. Come inside. I'm certain that you would like to enroll some of your students into the School of Friendship and Magic. Yeah, come in. She gestures for Rain Shine, Shine Leaf, Ivory Strike, and Aura Weaving to come in. She begins doing the Build My School Up routine. I'm sure you guys have seen it in your individual places as she says, "Oh, here's our yearbook of our grads this year. Isn't this wonderful? And then look at our extracurricular activities that we have here and here and here." And she begins rattling off all the wonderful, glorious things that are here at the Friendship of School of Magic.
Just going to kind of smile and nod as we go through the spiel.
Yes. She does the entire routine, which I will not bore you with.
Thank you.
And then she eventually says, "Who is the young ones looking to sign up?" And she like glances over at you guys.
I wasn't aware we were trying to sign anyone up. I was just saying that people from the village were going to see the wonderful school that I'm already signed up for. But I'm, maybe when they go back to the village and talk of the school in the future, there'll be others who will be interested. So yeah, it's a very good presentation you make.
Well, we take all ages.
Sure.
Didn't know you guys did night school.
Yeah.
No, college.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
she hands out pamphlets of the School of Friendship and Magic towards the Karens. She says, "You're such a good student, Summer Breeze. Well done. You're such a good student."
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And actually, in line of being a good student and of helping to solve problems of friendship and spread it around the world, we do have a point of business that I think should be attended to. Now, as you know, we were recently at Mount Eris, right?
I was aware. Yeah. How was that mission? Was it successful? Have you told Princess Twilight Sparkle?
We haven't had a chance yet, although she may have heard from other sources. There was a great party that everybody, the hippogriffs in particular, were very grateful, very happy with the outcome. And I'm sure they sent runners talking to everybody else now that they don't have a giant serpent in the way of doing so.
I wasn't aware of a giant serpent. That's news to me.
Well, there's much about this story that I'm sure would of interest to you. I'd be happy to talk through the entire story in detail at another time, but suffice it to say for the moment, we were able to defeat a great evil, but a greater one yet still remains. And
what great evil was that?
Well, the Jormungandr, the world serpent there, which had turned very dark indeed.
Never heard of him.
It's just the world serpent. Very big.
Very nasty. Its bite hurts a lot.
He stabbed it in the eye with his sword.
Huh.
Yeah, sorry to say we weren't able to make friends with it, but then communication was pretty much impossible anyway.
It only talked like this.
Yes, just like a murloc.
It seems like she's bullshitting our story.
So she's like looking at you, like confused. So here's a good question. Do you tell her exactly what your mender said?
I don't know what Germander said.
Well, I mean, your
So
character.
no, I don't, because I don't know. But my character doesn't know, at least as far as I could tell, because I couldn't understand a word it said.
I didn't
so
remember.
unless my character can interpret things I cannot, that
Okay.
I think I might have remembered, probably.
Okay. So do you say?
I believe he would tell him. Oh. Okay, Discord.
oh well,
Discord. Okay, it's back. Yeah, that pronunciation, because
That's
I will
bang.
butcher the crap out of that.
So he said, "Despair will not survive."
yeah. Oh, even though it's
And
probably
he said, "You will die, servants of despair."
Oh,
crap. That changed
And
things.
people of the graveyard, place of the dead.
oh, so he was trying to stop despair, and we killed it.
But was confused because he thought we were all despair, the servants of despair. We probably should have been targeting the leech.
She seems confused.
Crap.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Nothing to see here. Do not look behind the green curtain.
Well, basically, fallout from the battle, I think we're finally understanding some of what the serpent was saying. Unfortunately, we didn't really take the time to parse it during the battle because it and about 50 different other creatures were trying to eat me.
And they tried to drown me. But
Well,
Jen
they
saved
thought-
me.
I thought we were servants of despair, though.
If we didn't have the language barrier, we could have really talked to it and found out that this was a misunderstanding and not killed it.
Yes, that would have been ideal.
But it also thought the sea ponies were servants of despair.
Well,
Why
that
would
was
it have
probably
attacked
because
them?
the sea ponies were responding back to it. I don't know. Well, some of the ponies that were attacking it actually were servants of despair. So what if they had provoked it, and that's what caused it to attack the sea pony?
Well, I suspect its mind had been warped by the influence of despair itself into
That
thinking.
is true. Sorry.
So yeah, that it may have been that we would not have been able to do that unless we could destroy the influence of despair somehow, and that may have been what our friend was talking about.
Hmm.
That other thing that we couldn't identify. So yeah, anyway, we had a really good set of adventures and succeeded in preserving Equestria from the massive numbers of dark and basically infected sea creatures that were swarming it, especially the crabs. They were nasty and pinchy.
There was also a shadow shark.
Yes.
Oh yes, the shadow sharks. And there were a lot of infected hippogriffs. And
Sure.
actually,
And
I saved all of.
regular griffs.
Well, this is true. Not nearly as many, but there was at least that one. And of course, my village mates here, who you see in the office, were suffering at the time. So I think they can attest to at least some of these events.
Not in
Anyway,
agreement.
as I say, we can get into the fine details at a later point. That's a general sense of what has occurred. What happened here, possibly by some, was that I teleported us into this area in order to talk to you about another element we may need in order to deal with this great evil that we're suffering from. And that you may be able to help us with.
Anything. What do you require?
The Drake's tears.
No. She like pushes out her lips, right? And she's like, do you have something else?
What happened to anything?
Yeah, you said anything but that.
Well, I wasn't expecting you to say that. She kind of laughs at us nervously, and she says, what do you need the Drake's tears for? I thought we've been over this before.
We have, but more information has come to light, and it has become quite clear that that is going to be pivotal in ways we didn't even anticipate before.
And what is that exactly?
Well, the creature called Despair has essentially taken corporeal form and needs to be dragged into this dimension essentially in order to defeat it utterly. In order to do that, the Drake's Tear will be necessary as a component element of essentially that spell to force it in to an attackable form. Otherwise, we're just shooting at shadows, quite literally.
So you want to bring Despair back into the world?
That's
Despair.
the way to kill it.
Resurrect Despair.
Despair is already in the world. Despair's influence is everywhere. We're seeing it from my village to Mount Aerith here in the woods. The whole thing we've been defending against with a shield.
Yeah, but you've defeated him. You've been defeating him, right?
Doesn't
We
seem
can
to
keep
be
defeating
going
him all day. There will be no end to it unless we can get Despair itself.
So you realize the consequences of your actions. If I give you the Drake's Tears and you give it to Despair, he will come back.
We're not giving it to Despair.
We're using it against Despair, not giving it to Despair.
Okay, so what's your plan here? She like squints at you like, what? Why do you need the Drake's Tears? You're aware that it resurrects creatures, or it could totally destroy them.
Well, if it
What
can
is your
destroy
intent
them,
here?
why don't you want us to destroy Despair?
She like blinks at you. She says, you're willing to take that 50-50 odds.
Well, everything's been 50-50 odds lately. Can I do a pony sense on Starlight? Because what if she's the big BE? Or the bad guy?
You've already done this before. She
have
is
I?
not the bad guy.
Okay,
Yes,
never
she's
mind.
not the main villain, to be clear.
That would
If she was, she would have already used the
here.
Drake's Tear already. Yeah, she would have already used it.
Unless she's sending us out to constantly get more items for her.
I mean, she's been doing that.
I know. This seems like she's got her own personal delivery service for evil.
For evil?
It
How has she been evil?
Or
I'm not
misused
questioning.
yet.
I love the paranoia of. I mean, to be clear, you could go to Zakora and go and pick up some changeling stuff and make sure that she isn't a changeling or anything like that too. So to be clear, that's an irrational line of thought.
Okay.
Starlight Glimmer is very much Starlight Glimmer.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, and has a history of being evil. So.
I mean, she's literally almost changed the world, so I guess she is kind of evil.
Anyway.
She's got a little bit of evil. The right amount of evil.
You got a good evil background there. I feel like
Right. She has the good evil background.
Evil light.
evil light. She's 0 calories evil.
0 calorie evil.
Yeah.
Gluten-free evil.
So once again, she says no. I'm not willing to risk Despair coming back on 50-50 odds, just because you guys think or may be able to defeat him. I'm sorry, but no.
Our anonymous source tells us that it needed to defeat Despair.
So you were
And
willing
who is this? Who
let
is this anonymous source?
run freely throughout the lands.
We allow Discord to do this.
Yes, but Discord has been a much more pleasant individual, has not attempted, at least lately, to destroy everything in an entire civilization.
Yeah, he has. Are you not aware of Grogar?
As I understood, that was essentially Discord being an idiot, and trying to bring the other villains to bear rather than trying to bring them down upon everybody.
Okay, so I'm going to be more responsible than Discord and not bring all the villains down on your head. How about that? She laughs at this notion of letting Despair free, making him whole, or, she laughs at this. She's just like, I appreciate you guys. You guys are wonderful heroes, but I cannot in good conscience allow you to resurrect Despair just to maybe defeat him. What if you lose? What if you fail? I mean, you guys have been able to handle Despair so far. I think, we've handled Discord appropriately. You guys can handle Despair appropriately.
Haven't you heard of the phrase high risk, high reward?
She says, yes, I have heard of this before.
Okay.
So, maybe?
You want to risk all of Equestria on a gambit.
It's no less than Twilight would do.
She shakes her head. No, she's like, that's something you'd have to ask Twilight Sparkle.
Isn't friendship all about trusting others?
Perhaps we will ask Twilight Sparkle then, if that is what is required here.
If you can get Princess Twilight to allow you to take the Drakesteer, I will grant you your request.
Well, I guess we have some ponies to meet then.
I think that's like the little toy ponies on your hair are like pulling on your hair and like saying told you. Yeah, they're like pulling on your hair like nah you'll be fine, Starlight Glimmer will see reason and blah blah blah. They're like no. This is angry grumpy face. Yeah, this is grumpy face. I think they show the picture of her and like point at it and like Starlight Glimmer just like rolls her eyes and she's like
Oh, I
Kids.
see the resemblance now.
Oh. Ouch. All right. Let's all head out and go talk to the princess.
You head off towards the princess. Just see if she's in town. Give me a luck roll.
This would be a great time in which we had a changeling in the party because they could just transform themselves into Princess Twilight and then we'd be all good to go.
Told ya!
If we were going to that kind of dishonesty, we'd have stolen the tier already.
We're going to steal the tier anyway.
We might.
Just tell
It'll
her
depend.
back in there when she's gone.
All right, so roll me a luck roll. Let's see if she's in her castle. Ho, 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 ho. Get wrecked, sons. Ho, 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 ho.
So
what you got?
Right there.
Nope. You go to Twilight's castle.
Oh, I thought other people were going to roll.
And well, I need to clear all this out. Actually, I just moved you guys over. Wasn't expecting to come back here, but yeah. The main six are not there. Give me a luck roll to see if Spike's there. Let's see if Spike's even there. Princesses aren't there. Grubber's not there. Spike's there. Awesome. And then one more luck roll to see if Maud Pie's there. She's actually important in this.
Interesting.
I'm not running luck and rolls anymore because I'm not good at this.
Okay.
Ouch.
It's a luck roll.
That's a D20.
Yep. Gotta beat that 16.
Yeah.
Let's see if she's there.
Did not mean to roll the 20. I misclicked.
Well, this makes that awkward. Okay. This makes that awkward. Really awkward.
No mod.
No mod. No Mudbriar. Interesting.
I don't want my fire anyway.
He's a stick in the mud.
Oh dear. Well, that explains that. Spike greets you. Says, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hi.
What can I do for you? Spike approaches you, or your group. What do you do?
Hello. Is
Hello.
Princess Twilight in?
She's off on official business. What can I do for you? Oh, something's happening. She says, what can I do for you? Or he says, Spike says, what can I do for you?
We need to see Twilight Sparkle, Princess Twilight Sparkle, on a matter regarding the Drake tears, please.
She is currently occupied.
It is a matter of life
National
and death for Equestria.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Thank you.
He runs over to the table and starts writing down a message. He lights it on fire and sends it.
Wait, don't light it on fire.
That's what he does with his breath.
I know.
Send messages. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
I
I'm
know, but
listening.
Hoof and Mouth doesn't.
That is true. That is true. This is the first time that you've seen the message. He quickly explains to your character how the mail service works. He comes back and says, is there anything else I can do for you?
Do you happen to know where we can find a Drake's tear?
See if he thinks of him. Yeah. He's like, well, I could produce one. I am a fire creature.
It's true.
That would work.
It's a very unpleasant process, but if you're sure, we could try it.
You're like, wait a second. What are you? What you need me to do?
To cry liquid fire.
Says, yeah, I could help you out. What do you guys need help with? I could make you a drink here. And they're like, well, it's kind of unpleasant. And he's like, wait a second. Am I not going to like this?
No, I'm pretty sure that no fire creature who goes through it really seem to enjoy the process.
I'm surprised that he doesn't know how to, make one, considering that Twilight Sparkle is his mentor.
Well, he critically succeeded, right? He knows how it's done.
Oh, okay.
And he says, okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. Now I need to review how.
Well, he critically says, he's like, I'm ready. Are you ready?
Folks in here talked about it.
That suffered a great and terrible loss. Wait.
Yeah.
Has Spike actually suffered a great and terrible loss?
That's what I was saying. What would we do to cause Spike a great and terrible loss that wouldn't, violate ethics horribly?
I don't think that's possible. I mean, well, he doesn't have his parents.
His dad did.
This is true, but he
The
never.
random dragon lied about being his dad.
So yeah, he lost the only father figure that he had.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I kind of figured that in any way, Shining Armor took over as the father figure of sorts. I mean, they treat him as a brother, but
Yeah. Oh, he's never been considered an actual dragon by Dragonkind. They kind of can't consider an outsider since he was raised by ponies. Being
but
rejected by your own
also-
culture could be a great and terrible loss.
perhaps. I don't think he's actually that attached to dragon culture. He actually gave up the scepter when he had the chance to take over as
Yeah.
king.
But he has at multiple times tried to prove how dragon he is.
Yeah, but at this point, I think he's actually come to terms with that, and as basically the ambassador to the dragons. So anytime he wants to go over there, is well accepted by the queen of the dragons.
That is true. Oh, he never got Rarity to love him.
But
Ooh,
again,
wow.
to have gotten over that, actually got himself a new girlfriend.
What were you going to say, Jen?
I was just
Okay.
saying, ooh. I mean, yeah, Rarity. He definitely didn't get Rarity to like.
That was constantly, and she constantly used and abused him.
Especially in the earlier seasons. Damn, that was rough. It's hard to watch.
Hey, Rarity, I like you. Yeah, I know you like me, so I'm going to make you do shit for
Tool.
me.
Yep. Tool. Like, wow.
All those times that you saved those nice gems only to give them to her, and she's like, oh, cool, thanks, dude. Bye. I was going to eat that.
He almost confessed his love for her, too. What was it? On Dragon's Greed, too. And she's like, oh, don't say it. Just don't do it. So, how are you going to make Spike cry?
Well, making Spike cry is one thing. Making Spike cry that hard is the real challenge.
How are you doing this?
Spike, have you ever felt like you've experienced a great and terrible loss in your life?
No.
Oh.
Well,
Well, then how are you going to help us save the world if you can't produce a dragon?
Well, I'm a fire creature. I figured that you guys would know.
Yeah, you have to. It has to be a fire creature that suffered a great and terrible loss.
Let's see if all your characters know. Roll me mind. There's an obvious one. Yep, there's an obvious one. Nobody's thought of it yet. The DC's 10.
Well, working
It
on
is
it.
pretty horrible. It is pretty horrible.
Well,
Me as the DM would know this.
Dragon Scales. If it's from season 9, I wouldn't know it because that's not on Netflix.
you gotta be kidding.
Nobody's aware of how to make Spike cry. It would be a terrible, horrible loss.
Unless people
mean, we
want
could-
to spin tokens.
Maybe
It's a
we-
possibility. Yeah, yes. Well, in the spin tokens, it's almost towards the end of the session, to be clear. So, I mean, are you guys going to spin?
We could take his medal, or
Oh no,
I'm
this
checking on
is
My Little Pony wiki right now.
this is pretty dark.
well, I was afraid it wouldn't. That's why I was asking what we could do that wouldn't be an ethics violation.
Is it
Well-
something from the comic books?
No, it's not in the comic books. This is like episode 1 stuff.
Oh, okay. Let's go watch episode 1.
This is basic stuff. This is basic.
Oh man, what is it? I feel like I should know, but I don't.
Tell him that Twilight doesn't love him. I don't know.
What were you saying?
You tell him that Twilight doesn't love him.
Oh, yeah.
You're close. You're extremely close.
He doesn't know who his parents are.
Well, yeah, we looked at that. I don't think that's where we're going with this. That didn't come up in the first few episodes.
Oh, wait, no. Oh, yeah, he was taken from his family as a kid just to be raised, just to be a test. That's pretty dark.
You take the sibling supreme hat away. But that's not season 1.
Are you going to spend the token so I can tell you?
Oh, apparently we're close.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are super close. Like, you're on the right pony and everything.
Oh yeah, the bond between Spike and Twilight is definitely the thing that would hurt him most if we could
Oh, but
break it.
what about when she adopted Aloysius?
That she's going to send him away, or at least he believes that's the case.
I'll put it.
Yeah, that would hurt him pretty bad.
Does everyone want to put in one token to find out?
Yeah, I can put in one token.
Are you guys spending each spending a token so I can tell you?
I mean, if it DC is only 10, maybe I just re-roll.
I mean, that's what would you like to do? That's once again 50-50 odds. How are you guys feeling? This is a good test to see how despair might come back.
Yeah, I'm betting on. I'll take those odds.
All right, 50-50 odds. Spend a token of friendship. Mark it off. See what you get. That's a 10.
A 10.
Excellent. You know that Princess Twilight's death.
No.
When did she die?
It is inevitable.
Oh, yeah.
Not now, but it is inevitable.
Yeah, but she's a princess, so that's going to be like Asian.
Yeah.
I mean, we could remind him of the inevitability of death. Be pessimistic here.
That's going to.
Well, I mean, that's the case for not
Oh,
just Twilight,
wait.
but all of his friends.
She's going to live longer than he is. So what about his death and leaving her alone?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to bother him as much.
Yeah, that's...
Okay.
There's one pony in this world that Spike loves above all others, and that is Twilight Sparkle.
Which, makes sense. Somewhere between mother and sister.
Mm-hmm.
And teacher.
And friend.
And boss.
And boss, yes.
I never saw their relationship as a boss. More of like Rarity or Spike. That's more of like boss worker relationship.
He's her assistant, and
Yeah.
so he's like her secretary, and she's the boss.
Master familiar, yes. The bonds go deep. There you go.
So are we going to remind Spike that Twilight's death is inevitable? Oh my god.
Do we expect Celestia or to...
I told you it'd be horrible. I told you that would be horrible. Remember that this is like, you gotta make him cry, right?
I'm going to hate him.
And what's something so terrible?
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so is that what you guys do?
I'm not going to
you
say
gotta
anything.
convince
I'll
him.
let Summer say that.
Let's see it, Summer Breeze. Don't forget the other... okay, where are the other Karens? Let's see where are the other Karens during this.
Oh, no.
Did they even come with us? No, they're back in the...
Okay, they're back at the school?
Yeah.
Is that where they're located? Excellent.
You spared this.
Okay, all right. So tell me the scene. Show me the scene where you make Spike cry.
Oh.
And it sounds terrible, because it is.
Yeah, I don't want to do it, but we really do need this thing. And
set up the scene. Spike's like sitting there like, yeah, okay, I'm ready. He's like, all right, you ain't going to bother me. Yeah.
Are you absolutely sure?
He's like, yeah, of course. I'm a young, dumb teenager. Of course nothing bothers me.
Uh-huh.
Isn't he an adult by now?
Well, he's a teenager as a dragon.
I mean, we've seen the different levels of dragon maturity, and at this point, definitely looks about like the dragons that he wanted to go surfing with.
Right. So he's a spunky teenager dragon. He's like, yeah, I'm tough. Nobody can make me cry. So set up the scene, right? He's pretty cocky. He's pretty full and confident of himself. He's like, yeah, I'll help you guys out. I can cry big boy tears. Nothing bothers me.
Well, of course, you remember Granny Smith, the pony that was the head of the Apple household for a time with your friend Applejack.
Yeah. He like wavers a little bit. He's like, yeah.
Wait, Granny Smith's dead? Oh man.
Yeah.
Dude, spoilers. She was old in the first level, yeah, of course.
Oh, not yet, okay?
Just moved away.
Yeah, to a farm, to a different farm.
different farm.
Upstate. Yep, to a different farm, upstate.
She literally bought the farm.
So, serious now. Spike wavers in his voice and says, yeah, I remember Granny Smith.
Yeah. Well, as you are no doubt aware, Granny Smith is not around anymore.
I was there.
And as you have no doubt observed, all of the other ponies that are your friends have gotten older, have started to get wrinkly.
Well, Rarity says they're becoming more extinguished. He like smiles at this. He's like, yeah.
Rarity's here? What?
No, she's at her shop, one of her many shops. Yeah.
It's like I thought we were the only ones here. Yes, well, distinguished is a nice way to describe it, but really what people are doing when they use such descriptions is trying to hide from themselves and everyone else one of the most difficult truths that we have to face in life, and that is the inevitability of the end of life. That aging is something that we all suffer from.
I know, right? I'm getting stronger by the day.
Well, you are. Your lifespan is significant. Dragons live for, I believe, thousands of years, was it? And so you will continue to become stronger, healthier, hale and hearty for a very long time. But that isn't the case for your typical pony, or ponies in general. They don't live nearly that long.
And
so, one by one, all of the pony friends that you have are going to disappear. You're going to go to a place where you cannot converse with them, where they are no longer available.
what are you saying?
Well, I'm saying that just like Granny Smith, just like the entirety of the Golden Horseshoe Gals, really, that one by one, sometime or another, all of the pony friends that you have are going to disappear. First one, then another. And it will begin to accelerate as time goes along. One day you will see the end of Rarity, and then perhaps Fluttershy will disappear. Then on to the sad state where Rainbow Dash cannot fly and then slowly withers away. There's nothing that you can do about it. And it will continue on like this until eventually even Twilight will succumb to such as the slow passage of time.
Roll me a charm.
And okay.
He begins like tearing up, right? A tear begins to form in the corner of his eye, glowing red, hot, and molten. It seems to be working. Who's going to grab the tear as Spike contemplates the death of his beloved friends? Who's going to grab it?
Well, if no one else is up for this
Just do it with
dark
your
business, I guess
telekinesis.
I'll have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest way, yeah. Shall, I guess, telekinetically grab the tier as it arrives.
Okay. Go ahead, roll me a telekinesis. See if you grab it. Don't roll low. Yes, you grab it. The orb of plasma hovers within your telekinesis of your mind. What do you do with it as you obtain one Drake's tier?
First, I'm going to let it cool or something because I don't really feel like
It
trying
does
to
not cool.
plasma.
It does not cool. That's
It
one
does.
thing that the Drake's tier does not do. It
Interesting.
remains plasma.
How can I contain it? I mean, I put it in my saddlebags, but it'll probably burn a hole.
I don't have a jar.
Oh, we got it!
You have a jar?
Does anybody have a jar? This is like
I
some
don't have a
basic
jar.
equipment. Handing out seashells, all types of items. Come on, guys, think of something to put the Drake's tier in.
I can
Stick
empty
it
out
in.
my health potion and put it in there. Put it in the jar.
Okay, mark off the health potion.
I mean, that
Okay.
might work.
I empty
works,
that out
yes.
and put that in the Drake's tier jar.
Okay.
The party has obtained one Drake's tier. And this is where we end this episode.
Oh.
Everybody say goodbye.
Bye.
Hello, folks.
Bye.
Bye.